Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's FMcounsel. Actually, it's Todd, but FMcounsel is my YouTube name for my Football Manager video. And I am a small content creator in the pretty good-sized C that is the FM YouTube content creator community, or just the content creator community as a whole. I am a tiny, tiny piece of plankton, and I will be the first to admit that. I started this channel as a lark. Well, a lark's the wrong word. I started this channel because I wanted to. I thought I had something to contribute. And whether or not other people agreed with me was going to be up to them. I started this channel in January of this year, 2018. I've got 85 videos out. The vast majority of them are a lower league save where I'm taking Enfield Town FC to the Premier League. It's been really fun. I finally gotten to a point where I'm putting out a video every day now. I've got 85 videos out for it. The 85th video was a lot better than my 50th video, which was a lot better than my 30th video, which was a heck of a lot better than my first video. I was using some crappy free editing software. I had a crappy mic. I had a crappy headset. And it was just awful. I mean, there's no two ways to put it, but J.K. Rowling has a great quote. Rock bottom is a solid foundation to build your success on. Now, what do I define as success? Well, I have goals for my channel. I think they're modest. You know, I have a certain amount of users. I have a certain amount of followers I would like to have. I have a certain amount of minutes I would like my videos to be watched. At some point in time, I would like my channel to be successful enough that I could advertise on it, maybe make a little bit of money off of it. You know, eventually down the road, if I get enough followers and they want to start a Patreon for me or something like that, then I'll do that. But in the meantime, it's a hobby. It's something I enjoy doing. I've been a gamer for the better part of 35 years. Started out with AD&D back in the day. Went to computer games. I'm a card-carrying member of the Just One More Turn Civilization Club for Civs 2 through 5. You know, when you look up and realize it's 5 in the morning and you have a physics test at 7 a.m., then, oh, well, you know, if I play one more turn, I can do, yeah, it's a whole thing. I've played a variety of games over the years. Board games, computer games, card games. All of them in some way related to history. A lot of that's my background. My dad was in the Air Force when I was growing up. I moved all over the world. All my friends were in the military. You know, Avalon Hill board games, computer games, things like that. Tabletop miniature games, 40K, Flames of War, chess, Go, things like that. I'm not very good at them, but I enjoy playing them. It's kind of my Football Manager career summed up in one sentence. I'm not really good at it, but I enjoy it. I've been a part of a lot of gaming communities over the years. And some of them have been toxic as hell, especially to newer players. The Football Manager community is not that sort of community. If you can't tell by now, I'm American. I live in the Midwest. I don't know how many American content creators there are for Football Manager. I can name 2 off my head. Gendo and Gray Hair Gaming. And I've DM'd Gray Hair Gaming and gone back and forth on his Discord for help. And he's gotten back to me. And I've interacted with Football Manager content creators in Europe. I mean, that's where this game is most popular, I believe. And they've gotten back to me. My job's pretty interesting. By day, I'm a GIS analyst. I work in the oil and gas industry. I work in a great office environment. I love it. You know, chances are I'll die at my desk 4 years from now because I'm still liking the job. I listen to YouTube videos throughout the day. Time pass. I got into Football Manager through Quill18. He's a YouTube content creator who plays strategy and tactics games online, in addition to other games like Kerbal Space Program and things like that. His followers challenged him to play FM17. I was following him because I was watching one of his Civ series, saw him play FM17, and thought, holy cow, where the hell has this game been? Because I like playing Madden. I like games like that. And I couldn't believe it had been out for 20 years and I missed it. Master of the obvious. I know, it's just... I blame the keep hitting my pop filter. I blame the bifocals, but they're new. But I saw him play it. I thought, that looks really cool. And then the more I looked at it, the more I realized you can really do a lot with this game. Depending on how deep into the details you want to go. And so I picked up FM17, dove into the deep end, because as we all know, SI is crap when it comes to user manuals and whatnot, and you have to go online to find stuff out. So during the day at work, I started listening to YouTube content creators. Dr. Benji FM, Second Yellow Card, Lelujo. Through Lelujo, I found Loki Doki. I have nerve damage in my right arm, so my fingers don't work the way I want them to. It's a thing, don't worry about it. That was 18 months ago. I follow probably 50 or 60 content creators on YouTube now that I'll listen to at various times. I don't listen to them all every day. I don't listen to the vast majority of them right away the instant they come up with a new video. But I catch up. I watched Kev's series on how to be a FM YouTuber. I watched Loki Doki series on how to be an FM YouTuber. FM18 came out. I really liked it. And then I thought, I'm going to create a YouTube channel. My wife thought I was nuts. My kids thought I was about 5 years past due on that. They thought, oh, Dad's going to create a YouTube channel and make a lot of money. No, that's not why I started this. I started this because I enjoy the game. And I want to share my enjoyment of the game and my poor gameplay with people who are willing to watch. Right now, I've got 23 people subscribed to my channel. Well, okay, admittedly, 22. One of those 23 is my son, who specifically created a YouTube channel just to say he could follow his dad. Then again, this is the same son who thinks he's going to be a professional Fortnite player, but who knows? Anyhow, the thing that I've been most surprised by has been the FM community. Especially when I finally got on Twitter, joining the 21st century that way. If I have a question, I can ask, and I'll get 10 or 15 answers from 10 or 15 different YouTube creators. I can go to the big YouTube creators. I can go to the small YouTube creators, and I can ask them a question, and I guarantee you 90% of them will give me an answer. I may not like their answer, but they'll send me an answer. Free of charge. Which brings me to this whole FMcounsel thing that's been going on. I'm a small YouTuber. I'm probably their ideal target. I'm the person they would probably want to help the most. Kev, Loki, Jack, Ben, they've got their user base. They've grown their channel. They've achieved, frankly for me it's a dream, but they've achieved a measure of success. And they're growing. And they did it before FMcounsel came out. And I think as a small content creator, what bothers me most about FMcounsel is, I don't know who you are. You haven't been willing to tell anybody. You say, oh, hey, I have 20 years of FM experience. Well, great. I've played chess for 30 years. No one's going to come to me for chess lessons because, frankly, I suck at it. But you can't point me to anyone's channel that you've improved. You can't point me to a success. You can't point me to a failure. I don't know who you are. Now, on an interpersonal level, I don't know any of these big YouTube creators, but I know who they are through their content. I know who they are through their interactions with me and other people on YouTube, on their Discord channels, on their Slack channels, on their Twitter, on their webpage. From a gaming point of view, this is one of the most giving communities out there. You know, if I want help designing a logo, if I want help getting uniforms for my, new kit for my team, if I need editing help, if I need any sort of content creation help, if I need feedback, I know I can DM 50 or 60 YouTube content creators, and 90% of them will answer me. And they'll give me advice that's worked for them. Now, admittedly, that advice may not work for me, but I don't have to pay for that. 5 years ago, 7 years ago, when YouTube was new, the wild, wild west of online content creation, maybe FMcounsel would have been a good idea. But it's 5 years too late. There's no reason for it. As a small YouTube content creator, I don't need it. Yes, the FM community is a fairly big size sea, but there are a lot of people in it. And the big content creators and the little content creators and the creators in between have always been willing to help. What's the purpose behind FMcounsel? I've looked at your stuff. I've looked at your advice. It's generic. I could have come up with that. Football Manager is a niche community in YouTube. We've got to make ourselves stand out somehow. The people that make themselves stand out have really good content, or they have a really good angle in producing that content or providing that content. As best as I can tell, and I haven't spent a lot of time looking into it, I think this is more Jen Caldo's purview, there have been no overnight successes in Football Manager. There's been long-term growth. There's been long-term stability. Second yellow card went away for the better part of, 2 years? And lost maybe 10, 15,000 subscribers. Came back, got them all back. But that's because he had established his credentials before he had to step away from YouTube for a while. People knew the quality of work he was doing. And that's what matters. And that's what you can't point me to. You can't point me to the quality of your work. As I said earlier, I'm in the oil and gas industry. My company goes to XYZ Pipeline Company and says, we have a product that's going to make your company better. We can demo it to them. We can test it for them. We can take a test database and show them what our product does. And if it makes their company's management lives easier, then chances are they'll buy it. But they know who we are. And that community, like every other community, talks to the other members in the community. ABZ Pipe Company is going to go talk to XYZ Company and say, hey, you dealt with this GIS company. What do you think of them? I can't do that with FMcounsel. I don't know who you are. And frankly, given the way this whole thing got launched, which from my point of view rivals New Coke and how bad it was done, and everything that's happened since then, in terms of the non-answer answers to questions credible content creators have asked you, doesn't give me any confidence that you know what you're doing. I wouldn't pay for that sort of advice. And now apparently you've moved away from freemium and are more than willing to offer your advice for free. Great. You just joined the great big pond that's the FM community. What are your credentials? Playing the game for 20 years isn't going to hack it. I can go and look at Dr. Benji. I can go and DM Dr. Benji because he has 1,000 plus videos under his belt and 60,000 plus subscribers. Kev Lelujo's released a video every day for the past 3 years. And there are others out there. It's just... I don't get it. I don't know why you're doing it. And it bothers me more than it should. Growth in this market, for lack of a better word, is going to be slow and steady. Unless you come up with something really unique or really out there that grabs people's attention, overnight success is not going to be a thing. I think, and I could well be speaking out of turn here, the best, most recent example I know of someone who got a large amount of channel growth, legal channel growth, in a short amount of time, was What the Fork Game. Now, I know her because I used to listen to her Wig and Save at work. She's unique in that, well, one, she's female. There's not a lot of female content creators out there for FM Manager, but she clearly loves the game. She clearly knows what she's talking about. She's funny as hell. And then she came out with this new Alba Audace series. She created a club in Italy. And then she added these animations in it that are absolutely fabulous. They're funny as heck. You could tell she invested a lot of time and energy in doing them. I think she gained 600-700 users in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I could be wrong there. I know when I first started following her, she was at a couple hundred. She's a little bit over 1,000 now, I think. Cleon, who's one of the biggest names in the FM community, put a link up to her. And I remember looking at it going, I remember that name, how do I remember that name? And then I realized I was following her, but she hadn't put anything out in a long time because she was busy working on this Alba Audace thing. Went and saw what she was doing, fell in love with it, tweeted the video out to my 23 followers, and other bigger content creators tweeted it as well. And what does she do? She turns around, puts her face packs out there for free. They're fabulous. Get them any way you can. They'll totally improve the visual imagery of your game, hands down. They're well worth it. That's what this community is. FMU Paul creates kits and logos for people in his spare time. Doesn't charge anybody for it. The advice in this community is free. Whether or not you choose to take it is up to you. From my own point of view, I need to start asking more questions to more people. FM18 is the bedrock I'm building the future of my YouTube channel on. I know the quality of my FM19 content is going to be better than my FM18 content. Frankly, it can't be worse, but if you managed to make it through my first few videos and you're still here, this pop filter drive me up a wall. If you managed to make it through my first few videos and you're still here, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll try and get better. I'm working on getting better. And getting better to me isn't paying for advice or getting free advice from people who are unwilling to tell everybody who they are and what they've done in the past to deserve my attention or your attention. I think they did have the best intentions. I really do. I don't think they were in this for a money grab. I don't think there was anything nefarious about what they were doing. But as I mentioned before, this is new cope levels of incompetency when it comes to launching a service, especially in a community like this. There's no need for it. It's been one of the longest 22-minute rambles I've been on, and it is actually maybe kind of coherent. I don't know, we'll find out after I edit it. But those are my thoughts. I'm a YouTube content creator and football manager. I got more followers on Twitter than I do YouTube. But I love what I do. And I love who I'm doing it for. And I love that 10 years from now, my son can look back and see what I did. And he can either be proud of me or show me how he's doing it even better. And I'll take advice from him, probably. Admittedly, this conversation wandered quite a bit, but if you're here till the end, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And hopefully, I'll see you on future videos. My name's FMcounsel. Thanks for watching.